Hello and welcome everyone to Martyn Lucas Investors Channel. My name is Sensei Crypto. I will be doing the opening bell for you guys today. It's going to be a big, the opening bell is in about 10 minutes. It's going to be very interesting to see where the markets go today. Obviously we have a very sad war going on. Another war has broken out in the Middle East, which we'll be covering and seeing how best to protect our cash, and we'll have a look into the markets. So welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me. We're going to quickly have a look at the futures for the S&P 500. We are currently down 0.54%, so that it looks like the S&P will be opening, gapping down about 0.5%. I do expect this to probably go down further. I mean, it's very drastic what's happened, and it can lead to something even more drastic. So I don't think the market has priced that in fully. I mean, you can see right now we're almost putting in the highs of the whole pre-market session. So we'll see how it reacts throughout the day. I will also be doing the closing bell exactly on time. We have moved the opening bell, as you've seen, just to 10 minutes before the opening bell. For the duration I'll be doing it. So let's have a look at the let's have a look at the comments and see what you guys have to say. So Bill was here first. Hey Martyn, good morning. Okay, Bill, yes. Martyn is on holiday. We have explained this. Martyn is on holiday for this week. Not this week, this month. He's on holiday. Good morning, Faith. 9:20 odd, usually 8:30. Yes, Bill. We also did explain. So what we're going to be doing is the opening bell will be 10 minutes before the opening bell. Earl Grey, welcome. Faith, I mean, is that that's the tea you're having? Welcome, Bill. Japanese much tea, very premium quality, is very expensive. Enjoy your tea. Oh, welcome, Zach. Zach, we'd love to support Zach. He's from Uganda. We hopefully can do some more fundraisers for Zach. Are you people ready? Welcome, Faith. Hello there, everyone. Welcome to your roll. Raman, welcome. To your roll, let's roll. Yes. Oh, no Martyn later. Yes, so there will be no Martyn, and also he won't be here later in the closing bell. Seth using good morning, everyone, and Sensei, welcome, Seth. The Queen is celebrating. Hello, welcome to you. Henrik, good morning. Hello, all. What do you think for BTC going down? And Angelo, yeah, I think Bitcoin will definitely head down. Sensei, good to see that you're well. Yes, I am well, thank you. Liam Laffy, yes, Sensei, how are you this morning? I'm doing well. And Queen of Self-Breeding says hello. Yes, hello guys, thanks for tuning in to the show. Please do hit the like button just to let people know that we are here, we are live. It's later than normal, but we are here, so please do hit the like button. And yes, I do think Bitcoin's going down. I don't think we're going to get a Bitcoin pump like we did when Russia invaded Ukraine. I don't think people are going to be fleeing to safety too much yet until there is more developments. If this turns into a bigger war, then certainly people will start buying a lot of gold. So we'll look into that as well. Right now, the S&P 500 just hit its highest session of the whole pre-market session, as we can see here on the 5-minute candle. You can see here, this is where we gapped down from Friday to last night, and we are now only down 0.5% on the news of the war. So I'm going to have a quick look at Bitcoin as well, see how that's trading. I do have a current short on Ethereum, but let's see how that goes. So yeah, Bitcoin is trending down. This isn't very bullish for it. We were talking about the resistance here on the Sunday show, and we have come down. And if we quickly look at Ethereum, we can also see that it's come down as well. We are still short on Ethereum. We're looking, if I'm doing a short-term trade on Ethereum, where I'm looking for Ethereum to come down. So that will depend on how the markets react today at open. So We have 5 minutes before the bell, so I'm just going to put a 5-minute countdown. How does everyone feel like the markets will go this week? Are we expecting up or down? Just type up or down if you expect us to be lower than we are today, which is 0.5% down in the S&P. Do you think we'll close the week on Friday lower or higher than the level we're at now? So put up or down in the chat. I want to see what the sentiment is. Just put in up or down. I do expect to be down. But let me know what you guys think. Crypto is mainly, everything is down on my watch list. We can see that even XRP, I have said it's got past the point of the case. So we've had that news, we had the pump. Now it's going to follow the rest of the market, and it's down 3% today, back at 50 cent. So yeah, below 50 cent is dangerous. We can go all the way down to 30 cents on XRP. But Bitcoin can also go down to 15,000. So we're looking at Bitcoin. It's been rejected. My next level for Bitcoin is around 25,000. So we'll definitely go back there, I believe. And Ethereum, I do also believe, will have much more downside than Bitcoin. I think we can go to about $800 in Ethereum, but one level at a time. The next sort of level is 1,500. So we'll go visit that and we'll make trades along the way. Right now, I am currently short on Ethereum. I'm looking to confirmation of my short would be if we come back into this resistance level and we continue downwards. That's what I'd like to see. Let's have a look at the comments before we ring the bell. My friend told me that that this weekend, that the year 2025 will start the beginning of the happening for crypto being good. Would you agree? I feel confident. Yes, I do agree with that, Zeph. That's my time frame as well. I think 2025 would be a great year for crypto. Liam Laffy, XRP down today also. Yes, it is. It is down. What about SBC today? Down or up? We will have a look at SBC because I do have a trade set up in mind for SBC. We did go through it on yesterday's show. If you do want to see that, please do hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to get the numbers up on this video. That would be great. So we are about 2 minutes away, less than 2 minutes away from the bell. And let's see how the markets open, and then we can look at all the stocks individually. The pre-market of the S&P is still not down too much, down 0.5%. I'm going to have a quick look at the news as well. We'll be covering the news if any major developments come. Israeli airstrike hits refugee camp in Gaza Strip, killing dozens of Palestinians. Yes, it's very sad to see everything going on. A lot of deaths. So we are coming up to a minute from the opening bell. I want to get that exactly right. There we go. So 1 minute to the bell. Liam, you think we're going to close up this week? Okay, interesting. Does anyone else have any thoughts about how the markets will react this week? Do you think we'll be up or down? Regrettably, I see the markets lowering this week. So much negative sentiment out there. Yes, I agree with you. 30 seconds until we see how this week opens. We'll move it over to the S&P chart. 20 seconds. Good morning all, welcome to the show. The bell is going to be rung in 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's the bell. So we are live, we are trading. The bell has gone. Let's have a look. Okay, the S&P, it is currently down 0.43%. We can see we have opened here. If we go onto the daily, chart, we can see we closed there, we're opening here. So let's go back on the 5 minute and see how we're reacting straight off. I do expect maybe we close this gap. I don't think we will. I think we are going to come down lower throughout this week, at least another percent. So we are currently going up. Surprising, very, very surprising. This war, I don't think people understand. I'm not going to get into the politics of it all. It's very sad. Any death is sad, but this can turn into a war throughout the Middle East. Other countries can get involved. Firstly, secondly, this gives the opportunity for China to invade Taiwan, and thirdly, it gives the opportunity for Russia to up their attack on Ukraine. Any of these are possibilities, and just the slight possibility should mean the S&P would react a bit more than being only down 0.4%. So that's my personal reason. I think will be coming down further than that. Let's have a look at some individual stocks. Let's see how many of you are with us today. 28 watching. Welcome all. Please hit the like button. There's not that many likes, so if we can hit the like button, and we're going to go through all the stocks and see what my thoughts are. I personally believe it's going to be a red day. Even more red than 0.4%. Okay, so Pinterest is up. Disney is up 1%. It's coming back down. Rocket Lab is up 1.3%. AMC is up. J&J is up. Defensive is up 0.12%. We've got the UK 100 down. We've got Robinhood down 0.5%. We've got Coca-Cola about flat on the day, another defensive. We've got the S&P down 0.4%. We've got Apple down 0.64%. It's coming down now. Again, that's the S&P. Then we've got Google down 1%. We see it's coming further down now. Berkshire Hathaway is moving up. It's down 0.5%. We've then got Snapchat down 1%. Netflix down 0.8%. Tilray down 1.21%. Meta down 1%. Microsoft down 0.9%. We've got Corsair down 1.5%. Fiverr down 2%. The Germany 30 down 1%. The Europe 50 down 1.5%. They're reacting a bit more than the S&P. It's interesting to see. Etsy's down, Affirm is down, PayPal's down 2%, Amazon, which we've been saying it's going to definitely come down, that's down 1.8%, ARK Invest is down 2%, 10-year yields are down 1.5%, Tesla is down 2.3%. I've been saying I'm not buying Tesla at these levels. Mullen is down. MicroStrategy is down 2%, Coinbase is down 2%, GameStop is down 2%, Lucid's down 3.3%, we're not touching that. SBC is down 3%, we'll get into my trade setup, I think we nearly hit our entry on that. Bubba is down 2.6%, Lyft is down 1.23%, and then we have Shopify down 2.3%, Rivian down 3.7%, and okay. So we're seeing things move down. The S&P, Coca-Cola's not as down as others. Coca-Cola's not down, and Disney's not down, and Rocket Lab isn't down either. So let's go back to the S&P, see how we're now nearly 5 minutes in. Let's see how we are looking on the S&P. I do expect it to come down further. Okay. So not much going on the S&P. Let's quickly pan back to something like gold, see if that should be coming up today. It is up 0.7%. It was up further, but now this looks like we are entering maybe a V-shaped recovery for gold. Silver probably won't be up as much, but it's up 0.43%. Bitcoin is down today. 1.7%, and then we've also got Ethereum down 2.4%. So we're going to keep a close eye on this. I am short on Ethereum, so I'm going to keep an eye on this as well. Okay, let's have a look at the comments. Let's see what you guys think. I'm going to keep the S&P on because this is what I'm most interested in today as well. Good morning, George. Welcome, Craig. Good afternoon, good people. Welcome to you. To your role, maybe stronger push lower before end of year rally. Maybe. Here we go. This is the sell-off I am expecting. We're seeing the S&P come down. I really think it should be down much further than this. Let's look at the news on the Financial Times. Israel declared complete siege on Gaza. Government calls up 300,000 reservists at war as war enters third day. That is an incredible amount of people. Over 1,000 deaths. I don't want to play anything too graphic for you guys. UN officials say more than 123,000 people have been displaced in Gaza. That's going to rise. There's millions of people living there. The UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees estimates that more than 73,000 people are sheltering in 64 schools in Gaza. We know that they have also been attacked. The schools in Gaza have been bombed. Germany and Austria have suspended all aid to Palestine. So they've suspended their aid to Palestine, Germany and Austria. Oil prices apparently are rising. I mean, of course they would. I don't think they've had a massive reaction. Oil will go up much more if there is a escalation. But oil is currently up 4%. I mean, that's expected. It's nothing surprising. We were at $90 a barrel a week ago, so nothing too surprising on that front. See if we can bring you any news live.
Organization, the United Nations Palestinian refugees, which looks after education for many children, among other things. Now, the Israelis have long complained about some of the syllabus content of some of those schools. And so there is some reference, I think, to that point later in his statement that he made on X, formerly Twitter, saying that the Foundations for Peace.
So we can see that the EU Commissioner, European Union, suspends 728 million worth of development aids to Palestine. So they are stopping any aid to the Palestinians and the Palestinian civilians, including water, food, electricity. So we are expecting the death tolls to head up much further. Let's go back to the S&P. We want to see how this develops throughout the day. The S&P is... It's surprising. It's only down 0.37%. I'm not confident in this market. I wouldn't be very confident holding these stocks. I don't think we've had a big enough reaction to the big news going on. It's time for defensive. It's time for cash. It's time for a bit of gold, in my opinion. It's terrible what's going on. Any civilian death is terrible. It's terrible how it started. The whole thing is not good. Let's have a look at some of the comments. The conflict in the Middle East will impact as the price of oil will increase. Yes, I do believe the price of oil increase. It hasn't increased that much. If it escalates any further, then yes, it definitely will have accelerate that. Zach Zate, good morning. Here with you, trying to wake up from this horrible weekend. I wish you all the best. Zach Zate, I hope you're okay. I hope your family's okay. We wish you all the best. We do. I believe you're from Israel, so we wish you all the best and hope everything's okay with you. If there's anything we can do, please let us know. Our thoughts and prayers are with everyone affected. Octavio Garcia, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, Octavio. If anyone has any other thoughts they want to share, please do. So, the S&P is still pushing up. We're looking on the 1 minute chart now. It's putting in the highs of the session, the highs of the weekend. So, surprising to me. Doesn't mean... Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's pushing up now as well. Ethereum is also pushing up. Okay. we will be here for the closing bell. We'll have a better idea of what the markets are doing. If there's any specific suggestions, do let me know. I will be finishing the show. It's going to not going to probably be finishing the show on the hour. So do let me know any of your thoughts and what you'd like me to go through. So right now, my strategy is probably I have been out the stock market for a while, for a few weeks since I identified the top. I'm not comfortable buying into many stocks right now. I do believe the stock market has a way down to go. I don't think we've reacted to the news as much as we should have, and I think that will come in due course. In terms of crypto, I've been very clear that I have some money invested in case we do go. Crypto can be very volatile. We can suddenly go back into a bull run, but most of my money is sat in cash. I'm looking for opportunities. I do expect the crypto markets to come down another 50%. So right now I'm holding cash, holding gold, holding nothing too risky at the moment, and most of my portfolio is in cash. So what the next thing I'm looking for is entries, areas to start DCAing in. We have identified some stocks that you have suggested that are at levels that I would start DCAing in. For example, Coca-Cola, for example, even Fiverr, something more risky like that. They are at levels where I don't mind starting to DCA. And we're going to have a quick look at SBCE because there was a trade set up. Most what I'm doing in the markets right now is more trading rather than buying and holding. But there are some things, but mostly I'm out of the markets. Okay, so this is SBC. I'm going to show you what we went through yesterday if anyone didn't join the show. So what we're looking for is we basically have entered the entry. So it's a long position with a very tight stop below last lows around here, around about 1.57. The entry is, we've sort of already hit it. It's around the 1.61 and our target is, first target is around 184. And the reason that is because we've identified that there's a double bottom going on SBC on the 1 hour chart. You can even see it on the 4 hour. And what we're looking for is, it's quite thin, let me so we see here we came down, we had a reaction, and then we came back down. We put in this higher low, double bottom, and then what we're looking for is a W structure, which means we at least come back to this level here, and hopefully what we see then is a breakout, a retest, and then we're going to that $2 level where you can take another short. So for now, the first target of this long is that W structure point, where is the high point here at 184, and then you can also trade it to the $2. At $2 we might take a short. That's how I'm doing SBC right now. We did have a winner of the giveaway yesterday. Craig did win the giveaway. We are running another giveaway. The link is sensei-crypto.com. You can go on the giveaway tab and you can enter that way. We had some magic numbers on yesterday's Sunday show. Every Sunday, 9 o'clock UK time. I'll have my own personal show. I'm covering Martyn right now. But yes, there will be a giveaway every Sunday, and that's still running until Sunday. So let's have a look at some comments. Thanks, Sensei. I hope this morning for peace and for peace days and humanity in the world. Yes, I completely agree. We are here with you, Zach. We hope you're okay. And Jojo, hi everyone, welcome Jojo. And Martyn Lucas Investor is in the chat. Let's see, a big move, Palantir. Palantir has been selected as a recipient of a massive contract with the UK's National Health Service worth up to 579 million. I bought another $1,000 of Coca-Cola overnight. Okay, let's look at Palantir and Coca-Cola. Palantir, we got big news. This might be a point where some people would like to exit their position. Let's have a look. Palantir is up 3.7% today. So it is a big move for Palantir. One of the only stocks up. something I should add to my watch list. We didn't cover it this morning. Okay, so Palantir is up. We're looking at taking profits around the $19 level. $19. We are at a bottom from the 2021, so this might be a level, but ultimately, yes. I mean, it depends. If people want to be holding these more high risk stocks, then Palantir is up today. You might see this as a point of exit from the markets because of the state we are in. But there's no trade to be taken on Palantir at the moment. Congratulations anyone who's made profit of Palantir. Coca-Cola is still at that support. I'm not concerned. It actually looks like we've held the bottom. We've put in a bottoming candle. So what we're looking for is now is a move up. I will be concerned if we start breaking these levels of 52, 51, and then we can probably come down to something like $47. This is a stock I'll definitely start DCAing in on. It is down 0.88%. So I think we'll hold it. We'll have a look at tonight where a lot of these stocks will close. I think tonight we'll have a much better indication of where the market's going. I think it's taking a bit of time for the markets to realise how. I mean, the S&P is only down 0.2%. I just think this is crazy, to be honest. Yeah. Markets seem quite resilient, not even below last week's lows. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? I don't understand how we can be 2% up when last week's we didn't have any terrible news, and we were down those lows. Yeah, I don't understand. I'm expecting maybe we just close this gap. How close are we to closing this gap now? I guess 0.24%. If we close this, then we're probably coming back down. I mean, if there was a strategic area for a short, I would be entering it, but there's no specific levels. I have entered a short with Ethereum because that was at a level. I do expect that to come down, but if the S&P is going up, we'll see how that pans out throughout the day. Let's have another look. Now, over 300 Coca-Cola. That's Martyn owns over 300 Coca-Cola. That must be a nice dividend. Liam Laffy, what are your thoughts on McDonald's? Let's have a look. MCD. I'm also going to add that to my watch list. Okay, so thoughts on McDonald's. It had that topping out structure, like a lot, rounding top. For me, as someone looking at the chart, we've got this upwards level of support that we're breaking now. You hope to stay above it. To be honest, once you take this down, I can see McDonald's coming down anywhere between 10 and 20%. I think the first level I'm going to talk about myself. The first level I would be looking to get McDonald's would be somewhere between 230 and 220. I'll start DCAing in, while knowing this stock can come down to a level of 190 to 203, and also in terms of recession we can probably come down to 150. So it's not at a level where I would start DCAing in. If you're holding it, you're hoping you're going to keep this level of support intact, and you're going to start bouncing off it. But there's not too much support at this level. It just seems like we are heading down. Okay. Martyn says, let's have a look at the comments. Martyn says, McDonald's great buy. And then we have a dividend huge increase to demonstrate stock confidence. Dividend huge increase, yeah. So yeah, we'll have dividend. Is that the dividend for McDonald's huge increase, or another stock? I think McDonald's dividend is around 2.7%. I'm just going to clarify exactly what dividend huge increase demonstrates stock confidence, what stock that's regarding. I think McDonald's, but we'll have a look. Okay, so SBC is now down 4%. We're at that entry now. A long can be taken. Let me just check if that's the correct area. Yes, it is. You start DCing into a long in 160 all the way to 158, and then stop loss around 157, 156. Amazon's down. Let's see if anything else moving. Palantir is now at 4.45%. Yes, so Martyn is saying McDonald's have increased their dividend by 10% to give investors confidence. That's great news that McDonald's was a dividend king, but you have to remember if the dividends increase 10%, that's from 2.5% to, I don't know, not increase it by to like 2.6, 2.7%. An increase of 0.2%, you have to keep in mind that if the stock is going to fall anywhere over 1%, you've wiped out their increase. So you have to take this by, it might increase confidence and it's great long term, but if you're looking for short term positions, you might not enjoy holding many stocks at this current climate. I've seen too many people make the mistake of just buying something because of their dividend, but then you look at the stock and it's just for years it's been coming down. What's the point if the stock's coming down? I'm not saying Coca-Cola's like that, I'm not saying McDonald's is like that. If you look at their stocks, they've just been up over time. So you always need to take that into account. I've been taking a little profit from Palantir and buying a few Coca-Cola. That's something I would do as well. If I had profits, I would be taking Palantir out and buying some defensive Coca-Cola. Maybe not McDonald's, but Coca-Cola I would. McDonald's I'd buy at. I'll start DCAing in if we have another leg down. Not saying that we can or we will, but that's just where I feel comfortable buying McDonald's. Palantir, yeah, we can probably go up to sort of $20 for Palantir. And then it'll be a struggle, and if we get above $20, then we can get $27. J&J, we entered that level of support, and we have headed up now. Let's see if any of the oil is up 3.4%. We've then got gold up 0.7%. And the broader crypto market is down, whereas Bitcoin dominance, as I've been saying, is heading up. Pepe coin's down 7%, Chili coin is down 5%, Mana coin is down 5%. You can see the crypto market is selling off. If only Ethereum was selling off a bit more, that would be good for my shorts. Not a great day for XRP either, unfortunately. But if the crypto market goes down, I'm sure everything goes down. All the cryptos go down. Okay. So let's have a quick look at the news again, see if anything. We did see that Metro Bank got saved, actually. We were discussing that yesterday, and I think they had a stock offering of around 30 cents last night. What's the ticket? Metro Bank, here we go. I think it's 30 cents now, it's at 51 cents, it's up 13% on the day. So they did get rescued, about a $1 billion deal. A Brazilian billionaire, I think, has over a 50% stake in the company now. So I wouldn't buy it. It's just, at least they got bailed out, I guess. So expect this to happen with a lot more banks. Major airlines halt flights to Israel after Hamas incursion. Germany and Australia suspended aid to Palestinian territories. We've seen that. Oil jumps to 89 a barrel. It's not as high as it was last week. So this is what I mean. Last week oil was at over $90 a barrel, and now we have another war on our hands, and it hasn't even gone above that. The S&P is not at levels it was at last week, where there wasn't a war. I just think it's not priced in. I don't know what else the market wants to see. Just having another look through. Rising interest rates curb lending growth for big US banks. Yeah, I wouldn't be buying banks right now. Metro Bank backs branch model after striking a financing deal. We've just discussed that. I think obviously the big news today is the 300,000 reservists as war enters third day. We can have a quick listen into the news. Let's have a listen to this.
Palestinian Authority, as we know. I think the octogenarian president is really passé at this point in time. I think it's just a question of time before things depass him in the West Bank. Now, Israel, especially some of its ministers, have absolutely zero interest in the survival of the Palestinian Authority. Netanyahu wanted to keep the Palestinian Authority because it does help Israel with its security in the West Bank, but his ministers, notably Ben-Gvir and Smotrich and so on and so forth, do not want a Palestinian Authority. They want to break it down. They want to retake the West Bank that they call Greater Israel, and they want to settle it and get rid of anything that's called Palestinian Authority. So I think in so many ways, one of the main or primary victims today of this mess will be the Palestinian Authority, unless and until it takes some clear position, and even that will not guarantee its survival.
Okay, Marwan Bashawa bringing us to hear that commentary there from Paris. Thanks very much, Marwan. Well, just before we take a short break, we're going to leave you with the picture from Gaza. Now you can see that is the Lebanon border that you can see there. That's where we...
Okay, so we've just seen that that we're looking at, it seems like Hamas is asking Lebanon to join in on this. If Lebanon's military or the military there joins in, not the Lebanese military, or if Hezbollah or anything like that join in, then this will be a much bigger situation on our hands. We've just seen that there's no aid being given to the Palestinian people. You have to distinguish that the Hamas that did enter Israel, it's not the Palestinian people. So we will see the Palestinian people themselves also probably die, and a lot of innocent deaths on both sides of this. So let's have a look at the S&P. Let's see if it's reacting to any of this, because there's a warship being sent there as well from the US. So it's, the S&P at one point in the last 5 minutes was only down less than 0.1% from Friday. There could be a short opportunity because normally you don't take news into account for trading. However, there are special cases where you can, and it can be a very tight stop loss. So what I'm looking for here is, normally you close gaps, and once you've closed the gap, you can roll over. If the S&P somehow manages to go back to the level we closed at on Friday, that's an opportunity for a short, which you can take to the lows of today's open, and even much below. I mean, that could be your first take profit. So we're looking for a pump of around 0.15% on the S&P, and then a short position can be taken. It just doesn't make sense why the S&P isn't down more. I've been buying. Is there any update on the inclusion of PLTR to the S&P 500 and when is that likely to happen? I think Martyn will know more on that. He will keep you updated on Twitter if there is any major news on that. But I think we're looking for around the end of this month, maybe they'll get included. But do remember, there's many stocks have had a pump because they're going to be included, but they end up just selling off. So it's one of those pump and dump situations maybe. So that shouldn't be your main reason for investing in Palantir. We're going to have a look at Martyn's Twitter, see if there's anything being posted there. I'll also give you the link to that to stay up to date while he's on holiday. He still does do occasional posts. That's the link for Martyn's Twitter. Voo and Coca-Cola. This is why I sold nearly all my high risk in the last few weeks after a great 6 months, 20% up. The market's just open. We will have volatility due to uncertainty in Israel. We need value and oversold stocks that are also defensive. Hence, I bought Coca-Cola. That's key. It's not only defensive stocks. You have to. That's why I think McDonald's isn't as great as a buy as Coca-Cola. Yes, it's defensive. Yes, it's a long-term good buy. But you didn't get that massive sudden sell-off. Coca-Cola, you're oversold because you suddenly got that massive sell-off. So I agree with Martyn there. And we have seen the market open, and I think it surprised me. It probably has also surprised Martyn and a lot of you guys. Let me know, but that the market hasn't reacted as much as we would have thought. Tio Roll says Dow Jones is green. Let's look at the Dow. Yeah. It's green. The Dow Jones is green. I don't understand. I really don't understand. I guess the stock market has been treating bad news is good and bad news is good. Good news is bad and bad news is good. That's what seems to have been happening recently. But this is big bad news, and it's been treated as nothing. If it's still like this tonight, there's something definitely wrong with the markets. I don't understand. Dow Jones is green. It's just turned red now. Nasdaq. Let's have a look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq it's down 0.5%. Makes sense. More high risk. The Russell. It's down 0.5%. Yeah, Dow's the only one up. Okay, here we go. This could be it. The S&P is selling off now. Here we go. There we go. Is the end phase a buy now, Sensei? I assume it hasn't changed much since. No, yeah, end phase is at its first buy level, yeah. Most definitely, yeah. First buy level. End phase is you have to be careful if it breaks this level. It's not much in it, but it's definitely a first buy zone. There's two ways you can do it. For me, who I like to trade a lot, this will be a buy zone. I might go even heavier with my buy, maybe 50% of the money I want to allocate to this as a buy, but then I'd have a stop loss around 107. If it breaks that level, I'm out of most of my position, and then I'm looking at the next level. However, if you're just not much of a trader and you just want to start buying this, then this will be the first level I start DCAing, and then you'll DCA in less because you've got other levels which can turn into, and they're far apart as well. So there's all these levels you can come down to quickly, very, very fast. You can come down to sort of the 2020 lows if something drastic happens. So you have to keep that into account. But yeah, you're at your first buy level. SBC is coming down. Have we hit our stop loss on that? Here we go, 159. Okay, that's the entry for the trade. So I'm actually just going to draw the trade, not the draw, I'm just going to have the trade up so we can track it and see how it holds up. Very low risk, so it's more likely than not it's not going to play out, and we're going to, because it's the stop losses. And also, if the markets are selling off, to be honest, you don't really want to take this trade. But it's there. It's a very, very easy. Here we go. So we're at entry now. And what we're looking for is, I mean, it's 1 cent until your stop. You're looking at sort of a 2 cent margin. It's not the best market conditions to take it in because the S&P is selling off. If we were going sideways, as I mentioned yesterday, then this would be a trade that would probably play out. Let's see how it plays out. If it goes down 1 cent, you're around your stop loss level. If it goes down 2 cents, your stop's out. Come back to that. Let's check on the S&P. We sold off for 5 minutes and we're going straight back up. I don't understand. Let's have a look at Ethereum. Nope, not much volatility on Ethereum either. Bitcoin, not reacting that much. Gold, not much either. Oil, nope. I'm going to expect this week to be very, very volatile. We're starting off not that volatile, but I assume the rest of the week will be much more volatile. I'm expecting moves of up to 3% either way, to be honest. So I will be closing finishing the show shortly, so please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe. I think yesterday during the show we hit 11,000 subscribers. I'm going to check that now. We were very close. Let's have a look. Yeah, we're very close to hitting 11,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already, do subscribe. Okay. Hit the like. So the S&P is coming down. The S&P is definitely coming down now. We were a bit off. We did say we probably won't get there. It would be crazy if we did. That's why the short was there. But we didn't manage to get entry. That is now invalid. The Dow Jones must have enjoyed being green for 2 seconds. Let's see how it's looking now. Yep, it's down. You'd expect it to be a sudden move down, really. Maybe we've closed the day down 1% today. I expect, that's my prediction, will be down 1% for the closing bell. Okay, so I'm going to finish off the stream now. Thanks all for joining for the opening bell. We'll analyse it a bit further in the closing bell, because that's when we'll have a bit more data. Let's have a look at SBC. We're basically at the stop loss. 1 more cent. If you break this level, yeah, 150 is coming very quickly. Crypto is down on the day. That's more high risk, so that's down at least 1.5%. Makes much more sense. I do expect that to come down even further once the S&P wakes up and starts selling off a bit. Keeping a close eye on it. We're right now bouncing back. Doesn't make too much sense for me. See if there's any more news. Israeli Defense Minister, no food, no electricity, no fuel, no water. We're fighting human animals and we will act accordingly. I think there needs to be a distinguish between the people actually attacking Israel and the civilians of Palestine. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining. We'll see you in the closing bell, same time, normal time. Do appreciate you all joining in while I sub in for Martyn while he's on holiday this month. Come in to the closing bell tonight. Let me know if you have any questions and we'll analyse everything a bit further. But for now, I'm off, so do take care of your money, your crypto, definitely each other in this situation. My prayers go out to anyone affected. So we'll wait for the music to get to that right point and we'll finish the stream. So thank you all for tuning in. Hit the like button if you haven't already, just for the algorithm, and just to let me know if you actually enjoy the stream. Okay, until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, take care of your money, yourselves, each other, and everything. Take care. Good night. We'll see you in the closing bell. Bye bye.